What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm super excited because I just recently got a new lens, which is a wide angle lens, and I'm testing it out on today's video. So yeah, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the goodies that I got for the GT500. And before I keep going, let me know in the comments down below if you prefer this lens better. This is a 17 by 28 Tamron wide angle lens that I just purchased. And the one that I was using before was a 24 by 80 Sigma art lens that I was using before. So I'd have to like kind of really set the camera back. But right now the camera is just like right in front of me. So I'm hoping that it captures everything. And this is the first time I'm gonna look at it in post. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, today's video, I'm gonna be talking about the goodies that I ordered for the GT500. I mentioned in the last video that I would have everything buttoned up on the Shelby and that y'all would hear first start up with the headers on there and all that good jazz with the wheels and everything going on. But I just released the last video a few days ago, so I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into the stuff that I purchased for the Shelby on this week's video again. So I'll release 2 videos this week, and then next week I'll try to get everything wrapped up for the Shelby. So you'll have first startup and all that stuff, all that good jazz next week. I think I gave y'all a clue in the video where I went to go pick up the wheels in Waco that the goodies that I purchased were related towards if you have a TR6060. And if you guessed a short throw shifter, you are absolutely right on the money. That's exactly what I ordered for this car. And not only did I get a regular short throw shifter, I got top of the line short throw shifter. I've had this same short throw shifter before on my last Shelby, and I've already installed it before. It's not really that hard at all, but I realized that was a missing component in this car, so that's why I ordered one of these. So with that being said, let me show you the goods. Alright, here we got the actual shifter. Here's the solid shaft, and here's the base. This shifter is gonna really give a top loader type of feel. Like if you have a Magnum T56 or a regular T56, it's gonna feel just like that. This thing is super heavy duty. I'm gonna set this right here. And here's one of the arms that goes connected to the actual shifter. That's gonna sit like this in that orientation. Let me just show you real quick how it's gonna look. So the shifter is gonna sit like this. You're gonna have to connect this end of the shaft, the output shaft, to the trans. And then this little arm right here is gonna go on this side of the shifter. And the other arm is gonna go on the other side of the shifter. Then you have this, let's see in here. You have some additional support that's gonna keep the rear end of the shifter in place. And they give you some hardware to go with that, and they have these rods that you're supposed to include. These rods are going to go in the rear part of the shifter, and it's going to connect all in sync with the bracket that they provide as well. And this is the top part of the plate that goes inside of the cabin. You'll have to remove the middle console and start to undo the stock hardware and then replace it with this stuff. One of the things that they do that goes above and beyond is they provide some sound deadening material, which is really useful because if you take a look at the stock shifter, you'll notice that this whole piece right here is all like stamped metal. There's a bunch of bushings on there, and so those bushings help with the sound and the vibrations coming from the engine. With this being like a really solid piece, like this is all solid stuff, you're gonna get a lot of vibrations and sound that's traveling from the engine bay, and you might notice it in the compartment or the cabin of the car. So with that being said, they do provide a lot of sound deadening material. You're gonna have to put some strips on this side of the arm, and on the other side of the arm you'll do the same on this area. And then also on the shaft you're gonna put some sound deadening material on there as well too. And then when you get inside of the cabin, I believe, well, the sound deadening material I think is already on here on this plate, but you would have had to do it on previous models where you would have to apply the sound deadening material on this plate. But since this already comes with it, you don't have to worry about that. That's one less thing to worry about. Another thing you have to do if you get this shifter, you're gonna have to order another shift ball. If you can see here, this is the stock shift ball. I already removed it from the car. Let's see, where did I do with that? Here we go. Alright, so if you look at this stem right here, the shifter stem or the handle, you'll notice that the threading will thread into the OEM shift ball, but you're not going to be able to position it in the correct orientation without actually having to really thread it and force it in there. And if you do that, you're going to apply so much pressure in here to where it's going to probably crack the ball. And then also, the shift boot is not going to align perfectly with that. So what I did was, to resolve that matter, is that I ordered this shift ball from Amazon. I don't really foresee any problems with this shift ball. I mean, it looks like it's going to do the job fine. It does come with a number of different threadings that you can insert into here. And so I got the correct threading that's for this, this size. I think it's M10. Don't quote me on that, but it's M something. You're going to need to order this as well as like some kind of adapter. Since the boot is not going to reach up there, you're going to have an adapter to apply on there. So I got this also on Amazon. So you're going to thread this on first. And then you're going to thread this guy back on. And to get it to align perfectly, you can thread it back out and then move the bottom little bezel deal, the adapter, to get it aligned perfectly to the way you want it in the correct orientation. And after that's done, you can start threading the bottom piece onto the actual shifter, which would be in this case right here, and you thread it on there. Once you get it to the desired height, you would just use this jam nut to go ahead and lock it in place. That's what I was mentioning in the last video, is that I was super excited for this stuff because if you have a TR6060, even the MT82, I think on the 5.0s, they're kind of sloppy. So with that being said, this really brings you back to a top loader type of feel with the transmission. So it's a must-have if you have a TR6060. I'm stoked. I'm really excited to get this stuff on, and I should be finishing up with the headers probably like in a couple more days. Everything is already tightened up on the headers. Actually nothing else left to do on that car other than put the motor mounts back on and the K-member back on, and then after that I can jump straight into this, which is why I wanted to do this video today, because I want to have like everything done before the car comes off of jack stands. So let's move to the garage. Yes, I know my garage is messy. I purchased these hood struts. These hood struts are gonna look so good, especially if you're at a car show and you have the hood popped up. They're the long ones, so it's gonna give like a, let me see. It's gonna probably be like in this type of orientation. So it's gonna look really good. It's gonna set the hood at a pretty good stance. And yeah, this was the other piece that I ordered from the parts that I had mentioned in the last video. Other than that, I want to say that was pretty much all I got. During that time I ordered all those parts, I did order the Flex oil dipstick as well. I don't know if you can see that in the video. It's right there. This guy helped out tremendously. Just for shits and giggles, I did try to put in the OEM oil tube back on there, and yeah, that was not gonna happen. And here is a look inside the car, guys, in case you forgot what this looks like. As you can see, I already removed the shift ball. I gotta get the steering shaft back into the engine bay, but before I do that, I need to install the motor mounts back again, and then I can throw this K-member back on. Oh, one thing I did need to note was that on the header, when I was aligning it on the car, I noticed that one of the tubes was going to be hitting the starter or making contact with the starter. So I used this part of my jack and I lined it up on the tubing to where it was going to hit the starter. I kept it in place there, and then I used this 4-pound hammer to make a hit down on this onto the tubing, and it made a dent in the area that I needed to clear. So I needed to do that. Otherwise, I don't know if I was going to get any knocking knock sensors going crazy or whatever. But I just didn't want to deal with that, especially while the headers are out of the car. Why not just, you know, completely not have to worry about that? Yeah guys, but that is pretty much it. I just wanted to give you a quick update on the goodies that I ordered before I see you again, because by that time everything will already be on the car, and I'll still give you my first impression about what it's gonna feel like with the shifter, which I'm pretty sure is gonna be positive, being that I've already had it before and I know how it is. This weekend I should be wrapping up everything, and next weekend you should be getting first cold starts of this car, and then now we can look forward to the tuning process. Who we're gonna pick, the date scheduled for the data logging and all that stuff, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. If you enjoyed this content, smash that subscribe button. We need more people doing videos on our Shelby GT500s. I don't really see too many people on YouTube doing too much stuff with the 13, 14 platform. So hopefully we can get some more content going and you guys can have a lot more stuff to look forward to. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comments down below. Hit that like button. I'll see you guys next time.